me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined. I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not rock with none aligned. My state of mind is to keep a peace for peace of mind. I'm like Malcolm with my piece at the Venetian blind.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is Jakeem Grant. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Fields. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Running left, it's Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Hurts. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So, following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He completes it to Julio Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And some space here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Looking deep for Julio. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked off by Amani Hooker, dashing through the snow. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. From the gun on third down, Fields. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Running again with Barkley on second down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They go play action with Hurts. Buying time to his left. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off in the 24. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. 21-0 our score after 1. To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields. He's going to air one out. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play in a quick sprint.
And got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Steps away to his left. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But they'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's gonna be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one. But
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Jakeem Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he returns this to the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, 78 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
On second down, it's Scott. He's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Boston Scott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man is Grant. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Dancing to his left. And here he's got Graham. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. Now it's Fields.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing again is Fields. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Barkley, a first down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
217 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Scott, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. And his pass, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Below Nichols. Drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and this score will stay right where it is. is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 2nd and 10, Fields looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Fields. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, 78 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Grant sets to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Off-play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. Looking downfield for Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd and a yard. Hurts eluding the pressure right. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. On first down, Hurts. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, letting one go deep for the end zone. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Being chased out left. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He's got a man, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Watch the run. They're running it. Like 52. Cut off. Like 52.
Back to throw. Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. He's to the 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strengths.
The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
On the return, Boston Scott. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 22.
And the Bears are right back in this football game.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Fields now to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be a 2nd down. Again, Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here's Scott to return it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
245 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Buying time to his left. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
He's back to throw. Man open is Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. They'll look to throw. Caught by Montgomery. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. He'll look to throw. Left side by Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
one last throw here for Fields.
And now here is another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Eagles, they'll wind up picking up win number 14 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.